Significant trauma and low self-worth can take away your ability to see your own future. When you stop imagining your future, you stop living for the future. The choices you make change, the actions and outcomes look different, the people you keep in your life look different. I remember starting my freshman year of college, fresh off of a gap year. I was 19 going on 20. I looked around at a brand new space with new opportunities and I thought, holy shit, I'm still alive. Until that point, I had unknowingly believed that my life would end very abruptly and violently. I can't tell you the origin of this belief, if it was one event or sequence of events. I can say that the feeling came to me when I was a young boy, and before I could put the feelings into words, it was a belief. The belief that I would die young was incongruent to the big dreams and expectations I had for my own life. I wanted to be a successful musician. That was the legacy I wanted to leave. I didn't realize it, but because of these incongruent ideas, I put myself in a race against death. I put a countdown on my own life, and I had to either make my dreams come true or die young and unremembered. That was how I thought. The summer after I graduated high school, during my gap year, I ran towards my goals, or what I thought were my goals. After months of grueling musical work, organizing a show, producing a couple mixtapes for myself and other people, I burnt out and crashed. I got depressed. I kept expecting overnight success, and of course that never happened. It felt like all my hard work was amounting to nothing. I trapped myself in my bedroom for 2 months, just kind of wasting away, wanting to die because I felt like my dreams would never come true. And more importantly, I felt like my time on earth was nearing its end. Wasn't it? No, nothing happened. No one shot me, no one stabbed me, no fire burned me up. In fact, the only thing that did happen was that I got a full ride to college. I'd been so singularly focused on trying to succeed as a musician that I forgot I even applied to college again. I'd bet my whole life on one thing and forgot the world was full of opportunities. Then came the summer of 2019. My gap year was done and I was a few months away from turning 20. I stepped onto the college campus and thought, holy shit, I'm still alive. Then I thought, holy shit, did I expect to die? And I did. That was the first time I really looked at myself, looked at my beliefs, the ones I held knowingly and unknowingly. I looked at how I was living, how I was chasing my dreams, and why I was chasing them. Unknowingly, I spent my adolescence obsessed with my own legacy and death. I was a frightened teenager who never granted themselves permission to live life as if they had a future. Suddenly I could see it. It was vague and cloudy, but I could see a future. 5 or 6 years later, at 25 years old, sometimes I still stop and think, holy shit, I'm still alive. It's less of a surprise now and more appreciation. I say it now with hope and expectation instead of fear and desperation like I used to. Until the age of 20, I think I lived my whole life sprinting. It's taken a lot of time to learn how to get used to the marathon. I'm still not totally used to it, but little by little, I'm getting better at moving slowly, at moving patiently. I'm more mindful of when I need to walk and when I need to run and when I need to stop myself. Totally. The most important thing that has changed is that I would rather live my life believing tomorrow is promised rather than it isn't. I would rather live my life believing my actions can shape my future and that I have that power. I'd rather live my life believing that I'm allowed to live, laugh, and feel joy. I would rather live my life knowing that I can live it for others as much as I can live it for myself. Life is more purposeful this way. Life is less stressful this way. I'm allowed to be patient, to go through the process, make mistakes, and improve. I'm allowed to fail and fail and fail and fail and try again. In the end, I might not accomplish any of my big dreams. Sometimes you need as much luck as you need dedication and skill, but that's okay. It's a long life if we allow ourselves to live it, and there are many wonderful, meaningful things for us to live for if we're open to it. At 25, I'm still young and immature. I still haven't mastered my good habits, and I still keep up with the bad ones. But all in all, growth has been gradual, and I'm very grateful to be alive.
I wear my heart on the sleeve, but who doesn't? I'm in a generation where you just say fuck it. Love don't exist unless you out of school, pockets full of money, and you got no issues with your daddy or your mommy. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I thought about texting X a couple of times, thinking it would help. Just to remember it was dopamine I felt at 5:53 or 6:23 in the morning. But we did most of our loving in your bedroom. To be honest, to the public.